TJ.
I'm Amber.
I'm Ephraim.
And we are the Blondies. Ephraim is playing with his little speeder over there.
This is the one that Amber built and she had like the hardest time with.
Well, she
Look
did
at all
do
the
good
pieces
with it, though.
that are tiny compared to all y'all's. Y'all's are like
Yeah, I
giant
had
pieces.
the easiest one. I didn't think I would, but this may be a surprise to you. This may have just appeared out of nowhere because we had an episode which probably will not be seen for a long time unless we upload it as like a bonus or something like that, where we built this set. But we learned very quickly that was not the best
It made for
idea.
very boring content.
was
Yes,
very
it
boring.
did.
I mean, we literally just sat here for over 30 minutes. How long did that end up being?
That was right about 30 minutes.
30
33
minutes
I think.
Of just barely talking, never being able to fully complete a sentence, I don't think for any of us, and trying to look at instructions and build our part of this little Lego set.
I can't even imagine what it would have been like if all we had was like the paper instructions. Thank goodness for that app. But when I cut it down, I was starting to cut it down, and it ended up being less than 20 minutes.
For people who don't know, there's a Lego instructions app that they made, and then you can scan the paper thing and get the instructions.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, it really is. That way, honestly, for those people like me, I'm not a minimalist. I really want to try to be a minimalist. I have dreams one day of being a minimalist.
You're a minimalist hoarder.
Oh my goodness.
But I really don't want to be a hoarder part. I want to drop the hoarder part of that.
You're like, this is cool. I want it. It's small enough. I can find a place for it.
I'm really into like really vintage and unique things. So yeah, I have an issue. But in my heart, like I strive to be a minimalist. And so that kind of thing is cool. So you can get rid of your paper clutter, but your kids could still keep like the instructions for their Lego set.
I think we have like tons of different Lego set like instructions down in the barn with all the other Legos.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to search all the numbers for that because those papers are probably gone now. So
Probably.
But at least they give you that option.
And
So
then,
that's
you know,
nice.
we're talking about how awful that episode was that we recorded now 2 weeks ago because we were at the lake last week. These guys were on a mini vacation with mom and dad, and I came and joined on Saturday for the day. But
Yeah.
we talk about how awful that episode was, but yet we went to Target on Saturday and we were looking at Lego sets and we were like, oh, this would be so cool to build on the episode. And I'm like, I'm sitting there thinking I'm contributing to this whole it would be cool thing. And then I'm like, afterwards, I'm like,
We could,
No, it
we
wouldn't.
could make
No.
a different speed like build channel and like we could post this on there like as a speed build like
Or something like well,
Times
I
it.
mean, we'd have to
Not
we'd
like
have to
actually.
exactly. That's what would have to end up happening. And well, I mean, it'll be good background pieces because now what we're talking about is we're gonna put up like a colorful background. Ephraim had a what was it? A party of some kind back in August?
It was for his Midnight Summer's Dream.
Yeah, his first show, right?
Show.
That was your first
Showing.
show.
Yeah.
Because it was 80s theme. They rewrote it to be like this 80s theme, right?
Yeah.
So it was like this grunge brick background
Yeah.
with that had an overlay of like rainbow colors on top of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about putting that up and then putting shelves in front of it with like mementos and or things that we build and or which let me just say, Lego has some of the coolest stuff now. Like, I always thought Lego was cool growing up. And, you know, that was when they were trying to really get out there and popular and stuff. They were already popular. I'm not saying that. They really blew up when the boys were little. And that's when they started getting expensive. I still, you know, they started coming out with the girl side of the Legos when I was a kid. That was kind of a new thing.
Yeah.
But now, let me tell you, that portrait thing, I want to do one of those portraits so bad. But I think we could color code it ourselves and just order the pieces.
Yeah, we'd end up doing
What
that
do you mean? We
because
don't even
it's
have to order the pieces.
ridiculously
I
expensive.
don't think you have all those dots in the
We
different
could
colors.
probably find the different dots.
Yeah, we could probably make it. It would be interesting
It
to
would-
see if we
I
could
would
make
just
it
order them.
ourselves.
It would take
yeah, I would
hours,
too.
but we could find them.
I would just order them.
Yeah,
But
it'd be
we
much
are
easier.
broke.
We are broke right now.
We are.
So
We spent
have
all our
three
money on these
options.
microphones, and we have one over there. So whenever we
what
get
do you
a
mean? These
co-host
were
or a
$30.
Yeah,
that
these-
wasn't even that
These
much.
weren't that bad.
well,
The-
Poor
it was
Ephraim
the-
got the headphones and
yeah, he did get us really
I
nice
got
headphones though.
I got the soundboard. Those were like the more Like the microphones, yeah, they add up, of course, because they're $30 a pop. But I think the headphones were like $80 each or something like that.
The
Yeah.
headphones were $80 each. We have 4 microphones times 30. That's $120. The headphones were $80. Of course, I already had these, so I only had to buy 2, and that was $80 a pop. So that was
Yeah.
$140.
We got
And
some
then the
skin in the game.
soundboards, and
160.
TJ bought the cords because we had issues with the cords.
Yeah,
And
those
then the
first 2
soundboard
episodes.
was like $80 because I got it as an open box deal.
And now to
So.
make it all better, we're switching platforms, so that way you can actually listen to us. And congratulations, you should be listening to this on Apple Podcasts this
Whoop,
today.
whoop.
Finally, Anchor would not let us or actually, I think it was Apple. I don't know exactly, but I know we
Apple
had
and
trouble.
Anchor didn't work together.
Yeah, we had some trouble. I think I formatted it wrong, and Apple didn't accept our podcast. So we're gonna switch podcast platform providers. So that way we can actually so we're relaunching basically. This is kind of like the soft reboot episode, and it's only like episode 6. So
7.
Something like that.
yeah, 6 or 7. So we've been in it for a little while, but I mean, I think we're getting into the groove of things too. I think we kind of needed one of those really bad episodes, really ones that we couldn't upload before we really got our groove into
It was so bad. I can remember sitting here
You
2
got-
weeks ago and I was like mid-sentence and I would just stop and stare at my instructions and I was like, where is this piece? Like, it
You
was
got-
awful.
No. You guys don't understand the stress of trying to get a video out once a week.
It is kind of stressful.
I did that for 8 months straight.
It
And
is
then you
definitely
just stopped
stressful.
your YouTube altogether.
Okay, I got a
I mean,
job.
like, just
I-
dropped it. It was before you got the job that you dropped YouTube.
Oh, I figured out how to make him stay.
Oh
Look,
my gosh.
He doesn't
playing.
move
He's
now.
playing. So I had the little speed racer. Ephraim was talking. That was rude.
I'm sorry.
I had the little speed racer 2 weeks ago when we built this, and Grogu has this little spot, which is Baby Yoda, if you didn't know, has this little spot that he sits in, and we thought he just like sat in it, but Ephraim or TJ apparently found out how to make him stay into
You
it.
just got to push him down just a little bit further. But
Oh.
yeah, Ephraim, sorry.
So yeah, Ephraim was talking about the stresses of uploading every week.
And that was hard on me because I was doing the recording and the editing. And sometimes TJ would help me, like running away from
Record, yeah.
problems.
Oh my word.
That was fun.
That was a fun video, in my opinion. And then the sequel. I don't remember. What was the sequel about?
That was about COVID
Oh my word.
and
Of course it
social
was.
distancing.
Yeah.
And so that was like, I jumped off a roof on that one.
So Ephraim did have a lot of fun episodes. That was a lot of fun. To help him with a couple of things. I didn't really help much because I wasn't interested then. I would love to do it now. I think we should do some videos together.
Mostly
So.
the reason I had to stop is because I started running out of ideas, and I was having a hard time editing them and recording myself because the ideas that I came up with required me having someone recording me, and TJ still wasn't interested then. So
I think it would be fun to do some Blondie skits if we got the ideas right.
you wanted
In
to
the
do
future.
like a Western theme where you and Randy had a shootout or whatever.
That's something I want to work on. I haven't made the time to build out the set and
It's
everything
like-
like that. And
it
I
was
need
like-
to explain it to Randy and have him audition and everything like that.
Audition.
It was like
You want Randy to do it, but he has to audition
Just
for it.
no, not audition. That's the wrong
okay,
word.
hold on, no. TJ's whole premise was this was when Randy was still like really in Cuphead, and he
Yeah.
wanted to do like a
Randy's
thing.
still in Cuphead. He just got.
Oh my
he
word!
is
Of course he is.
raging
So
on it.
yeah, and if you don't know what Cuphead is, it's like this cartoony game.
It's like the most rage-inducing game ever. That was a rage-inducing game.
Yes, but it's a cool premise. It is
And
a
It's
cool
nothing
premise.
but boss fights.
Randy doesn't think he wins a level unless he does it on the hardest one.
Yeah, no, he can't do it on regular. He has to do it on hard or no, easy and regular. He has
Easy
to
and
do it
regular.
on regular. He
Yeah.
can't do it on easy. It's not enough for him to
It's
do
not
it
the
on
same.
easy. He has to do it on regular.
Yeah. So, but my whole premise
And he will
was
sit
called-
there for hours and
And
not
then-
do
No,
anything.
And then he's upset that he sits there for an hour.
Well, and he
hours.
gets into these RPG games where he can overlevel, and you can't really do that in Cuphead.
No,
so-
you can't. And that really bothers him. But his whole thing with RPG games is he'll literally, like open world games especially, he'll sit there and just do side quest, side quest, side quest, side quest until he's like ridiculously strong. I remember we were going back through Kingdom Hearts when we first started dating, and he went down, I guess it's 2, where you get into Yen Sid's tower at the very final like level.
Yeah.
And you're having to run up and down the stairs or up the stairs to get to like the final area. He would run up the stairs and down the stairs to battle, and up the stairs and down the stairs and up the stairs and down the stairs. So he could just continually level up by killing all these heartless going up and down these stairs so that he would be ridiculously maxed out to finish out the game. And I'm like, but what?
Dude, really? Yeah.
It's
Just complete the game.
so it's easier.
Well, yeah, and you can't do that. It's all skill in Cuphead, which I think is what frustrated him the most, is that you have to be good. You can't sit
Are you
there and
telling
hide
me-
it.
Are you
He's
saying
not
that
good?
he stinks? Is that what
No,
you're
but
trying
I'm just
to
saying
say?
he can't
TJ.
hide behind items and levels. He has to be good.
And he was
I
pretty
will
good at the
say
game.
he doesn't hide behind items, but he does hide behind levels.
Yeah, he does.
He does not like
He hides behind
maximize.
stat boosts.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
doesn't maximize like the items that you can get in a game, like ever. He'll just let them stack up and stack up and stack up a lot of times.
He's
Like, I can't even tell you how many times we've been playing Kingdom Hearts and I've been like, you know, you got a potion for that, right? And he's like, I don't need it. And I'm
Not
just
yet.
like, okay, whatever.
he's like, I'm gonna save it for a better time.
A better time, which never comes, right? But yeah,
Not even
he'll
at the
hide
final
behind.
boss.
He'll hide behind his stat boosts.
Well,
So
if TJ wanted us to talk about something that was cool that happened to us, I got a parts car for my Firebird,
Oh yeah.
and I'm getting the leather seats out of it and the headliner out of it.
they
And I'm
actually are
so
sitting
excited.
right there.
Right in
Yeah,
front of
it's
us.
Yeah.
right behind the camera.
Yeah.
It's because I have to get it all out and give it back to Steven.
So you are looking to drive that when you're 18, right? You won't be able to. Dad won't let you
Dad
drive
doesn't
it
want
just
me to
yet.
drive it till I'm 18.
Yeah, but it'll be an awesome car, honestly.
Even though
How much you want to bet that
awesome.
changes
I
pretty
bought-
quickly after you get your license?
I'm pretty sure it
car when
will.
I was 14.
And
I
he's
bought
been
my
working
first
on
car
it.
when I was 15.
Yeah,
So
they've
I
been.
bought my car before you.
You did.
TJ still hasn't bought his car.
Hey, I've been given.
I
You've
was
been
given
given-
cars
you
too.
were given
I
two
was
cars.
given a car
Yeah.
too, but let me tell you, I bought my first car.
Yeah.
I didn't get to drive it first
Wait.
because
I thought you got your car from the youth group thing.
I did.
Yeah.
But
those two work
but my
for their
first
cars.
car was my Bug, but we couldn't get the parts to get it fixed in time
Oh.
for me to start driving it first, and I happened to win the other one first. So that gave us time to.
And then you crashed the one that you won.
No, I didn't.
I swear I thought you said that
Eventually.
You
you
keep
crashed it.
thinking that, but no, it just died.
Eventually, when we have the time, we're gonna restore Amber's bug so we can start all driving it around
Randy's
too.
gonna
That's
restore
gonna
it.
be fun.
Yeah, we're getting ready to move it so we can start actually working on it. It's not. It's not. We're not gonna make it a Pokestop. You
Why?
can't make it a Pokestop
'Cause
anyway
There's not enough
because
people around
it's,
here.
it's
It's been
private
permanent.
property.
Yeah.
It's still been permanent. I know.
It's private property on that one. But we're gonna move it so we can start working on it because I bought a parts car for it too.
That's been
Oh.
the most missed opportunity I've just realized for the last 10 years.
What?
Is that it's sitting there right in front of me half the time and I don't call punch bug on you, Ephraim. It's been sitting
No,
there
I'll
right in
tell you
front of me
why
the
you
whole
haven't
time.
done that. We made a rule a long time ago. It has to be moving.
I was gonna say
That's right.
we
Yeah, we
there
did
was
make
that
that
rule
rule. We did make that
because it
rule.
was just sitting in the yard.
Yeah.
I think that mom or dad actually ended up making that rule because I think you
'Cause I
guys were
think we
going.
beating each other
Yeah, I
up.
think you guys were going to town on each other.
That doesn't
TJ was going to
surprise
town
me.
on me.
No.
TJ was hurting me.
No.
I feel hurt.
Oh my goodness.
We used to play Russell on the
No,
trampoline all the time, and
I
we would
used to
be
make-
equal with each other sometimes.
I used to make you get on the trampoline and spin me around in circles and then throw me.
Good thing I didn't throw you off the thing. There was only once where that happened, but
So Hattie has been seeing a chiropractor and a massage therapist for craniosacral therapy since she was a couple weeks old, and she's now 6 months. She turned 6 months yesterday or
no,
2 days
ago.
ago.
Two
It's
days
Tuesday ago because it was Wednesday.
Yep. And so
It's her own birthday.
we had her final cranial sacral therapy appointment because she had a pretty traumatic birth. And she had issues from that for a little while. They've been rectified at this point. Anyway, I was at our cranial sacral therapy appointment, and I was telling Miss Christie, which is the lady that does it, I was like, yeah, all my kids are going to get adjusted with the chiropractor, and if they need cranial sacral, I'm a firm believer in it now. And so I was like, we were talking about, how traumatic growing up is on kids. And I said, yeah, I've been trying to get my brother in to go see the chiropractor at this point because he was like the biggest daredevil growing up. He would just jump off of this platform that we had up in the tree down to a trampoline or flip or fly. He was just the daredevilest little kid ever. And he's always complaining about his back hurting. She goes, yep, he needs to get in. I was like, yeah, and he's talking about wanting to be this stunt person now with movies and everything. She's like, yep, he's going to need a chiropractor.
Pretty quick, too. So
Well, I've needed one for years, and we're still waiting to get an appointment.
Yeah.
it'll happen. You just got to bug her mom
Someday.
enough. You just got to bug her mom enough.
Megan goes to a chiropractor, I think, every other week or once a
Every
month.
other week.
Yeah, because of her
Woo!
hips.
Poor thing.
I think
I
it
bet
is
she
once a
feels
month.
I bet she feels good afterwards, but
She
needing
does.
to go every other week, that must be some major pain that she's going through.
She has to
Mm.
pop her hips like 1 or 2 times a day.
I'm supposed to go every two. I was supposed to continue to go for 2 times a week because I had a really bad horse accident when I was 13.
You have the back of an 80-year-old.
Yeah, that's what they told me. They were like, I don't know how you don't have arthritis in your back already. And I was like, I don't know. It's something I've lived with. But I had a really bad horse accident when I was 13 that kind of contributed to it.
We've never
Didn't you
talked
puncture
about
your
that,
lung?
haven't we?
Yeah, I punctured my lung. I punctured and deflated my lung. So I actually have a fractured rib that's healed now, of course.
Of
But
course.
it was a fractured rib that they couldn't do anything for, and it's kind of healed inward a little bit. And then, which the fractured rib deflated my lung. It was my left lung, and it was a horse accident. So we had this horse. It was an Arabian horse. He was a male person horse. He only liked males, except for me for some reason. He allowed me. Mom couldn't ride him. This was back when we had 4 horses and 3 of them were rideable. The last one was he was a senior and just there to live out the rest of his life.
Yeah.
And so he was a quarter horse, the one that was a senior. We had an Arabian, 2 Arabians. No, an Arabian, and I guess maybe the other 2 were quarter horses too. I don't really remember. I know we had 2 quarter horses for sure, an Arabian, and I don't remember what the other one was. But the Arabian was Dad's horse,
Okay.
and males were the only ones that he allowed to ride him. Like, he
Okay.
truly would be,
So he was sexist.
yeah, horses can be.
Horses
Horses unfortunately can be.
generally are, and most animals can
Well,
be that way.
I
would
wouldn't say they're generally are, but when you have an Arabian who is very opinionated, they can be. He was
Yeah.
a very opinionated Arabian. They're still somewhat considered wild horses, I believe. I really
Yeah.
don't know a whole bunch about the horse world anymore because I'm so far from removed from it now. But for some reason, he liked me, and I decided I wanted to get out. And what are you doing? You're dropping things.
No, I think
It
TJ
dropped
built
out of
this
the
wrong.
bowl. No, it folds in like that.
It's
No, 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 no,
supposed
no.
to.
I know that, but I think you built it wrong.
What do you mean?
Because it's not, like, even.
It is even. You're
Okay, I'm
you're
getting back to my
interrupting.
story.
Yeah, you're
Go ahead.
interrupting.
And so I decided I wanted to ride him. It was the first ride of the spring, and I hadn't taken time. I was 13 years old. I hadn't taken time to brush him out, and he was shedding his winter coat bad. And I had actually worked him up to a pretty good sweat. We had been riding for probably about 30 or 45 minutes. So I like to. He was a rough and tumble, let's go as fast as we can kind of horse. It wasn't me just pushing him. That's
Yeah.
just the kind of horse he was. And we were having a grand old time. I decided to take him out in the field across from where we're sitting right now, and I ran him down that really big hill that's over there. And all of a sudden I start to feel his over there.
Oh, well, I didn't know where we kept the horses.
Well, at that time I think they were in that pasture.
Oh, gotcha. Anyway,
The pasture that's kind of behind where I'm sitting now.
Yeah, Hitler, right in front
Grandma?
of Hitler. But yeah,
Don't just say that and people not know. We call it Hitler's
Hitler
Hill,
Hill.
and I don't know why.
it's because we can't grow any crops up here on the where the trees are growing now.
Okay.
That doesn't
why we-
mean that it. Okay.
Well, that
The only
probably
thing that
is
grows
why,
is
but
weed. Yeah, is weed.
I just didn't know.
Did Hitler grow weed?
no.
No, I
It's
guess
just
it's just
because, like,
because I don't know.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. But we do. We call it Hitler Hill.
Anyway.
But there's a pasture. It's just a little area that is that called, and it's connected inside of a pasture. Anyway,
Yeah, anyway.
I took them over to the other pasture that didn't have anything in it and ran them down the hill. All of a sudden, I start to feel the saddle slide underneath me, and I couldn't adjust it, and I couldn't scooch off of it. And he was like running, not just galloping, next level running down the hill because he had so much
Fast as- yeah,
momentum
as
and
fast as
was
he can.
just. Oh, and he was notorious for blowing out too. So when you blow out,
Yeah.
he's like literally puffing up his chest when I'm putting the saddle on him. He was notorious for that. And then once you got him worked up, he couldn't blow out anymore because he was just, exerting his energy and couldn't
Yeah.
use the energy to blow out. So combined that with he's now not being able to blow out his chest anymore. So
There's
the
little
saddle's loose.
friction, Yeah.
Plus, he had all of this winter coat coming off that made him slick with
Yeah.
his sweat. I couldn't adjust. I couldn't get off the saddle, and I fell off the horse at a full run down the hill.
So you're
I-
tumbling all the way down that hill.
Well, no, I don't think I tumbled too much. I remember bouncing and hitting my head on a rock.
Oh.
And then, I remember bouncing off the ground. And then, I rolled a little bit, but not very far. And I don't know how Mom and Dad found me. Honestly, I have no clue because I could not breathe. Already at that point, I could not breathe.
Didn't they tell you to just put the horse away?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Rascal came back to me. He got down, finished running down the hill, realized that I was no longer on him. And he wasn't doing it out of malice or hate towards me. He really genuinely liked me.
Yeah.
He came back up to me. I don't know how Mom and Dad found me, but Mom found me. Dad wasn't home. Mom found me, and I wasn't down long, I don't think. And it wasn't like she was watching me. TJ was already born because he was in his little exerciser on the front porch.
Oh.
And Mom made me get back on the horse and ride him up. I was hurting real bad. And ride him up to the house.
Of course, we didn't know at the time, but
No, nobody knew. She made me watch you, which I couldn't see. My vision was black. I kept telling her, I can't see. I mean, I could see somewhat, but it was really black,
yeah, you
concussion
were,
black.
Yep.
And so she's like, well, then I'll take care of I'll put the horse up. You watch your brother. And I'm like, I can't see. So TJ's just happily jumping around in his little exerciser, and I'm just laying on the porch for all that it's worth because I couldn't move, couldn't see. Mom's like, all right, go sleep it off. You'll be okay. Bless her heart, because she's just a real pull yourself up by your bootstraps kind of person. I do get it.
Yeah.
I really, truly do get it. There was no malice or hate or anything, not that you would
Right.
ever hate your child, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying there was no malice behind the whole go sleep it off thing. Kept saying, can't breathe, can't breathe, can't breathe. Eventually, Dad's like, he comes home and he's like, I'm kind of worried about her. I'm going to take her to the ER. Get to the ER, find out that, if you had waited too much longer, it would have been a major surgery to kind of repair her deflated lung. They were thankfully able to do it with a little tiny tube and get it reinflated, and it wasn't a major surgery, but it could have been really bad pretty quick. And it was 6 hours after the event by the time we got into the ER. I was there for
you-
3 days and was awake the whole 3 days.
Oh my word.
Pain medication did not knock me out.
Was it a rib that punctured or no?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah.
I didn't know for sure, but that's what I'd always
That's
remember
what
being told.
they told me, or that's what, I understood it as a 13-year-old kid. So who knows?
Well, and that's what we're used to, I guess. We've all got those weird stories. One time that we have a big platform out here. When Amber was talking about how Ephraim would jump from this big platform, we were all up on this platform up where you jump off to the trampoline, and
And Amber was on the
We-
bottom.
it's supposed to. So this is built out of what, 1.5 inch
pipes.
that are
It's an old
supposed to.
playground. Like
Yeah.
it's an old school, like McDonald's playground type
Yeah,
thing.
and we
And
have
it's
this from
material
the-
from that.
Yeah, we have this from the church where we built a huge playground out at our church.
And we
that
had
one's-
extra
so-
pieces.
That
Yeah,
one's
we took it
perfectly
home.
safe now. Just don't get the wrong idea. Kids can still play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was the one at the church is safe. This one was jerry rigged at home because
Yeah.
it was just extra pieces that we were using type
Yeah,
thing.
and we thought it would be a good. And now, of course, we have
Well-
the poles and everything to make it safe or better.
Chayton wouldn't say it was safe.
Oh my word! But so on the top piece, we didn't have a bar underneath of it at the time to hold that piece up. So
It was
Amber,
just
Ephraim,
kinda
and
laying
I
on
were
it.
all up there. Yeah, and it's laying there. It's we're moving around on it, and of course, all three of us up there together. It's not going to stay up there, and that's about what? About 10 feet up in the air?
No, it's higher than that.
12, 15?
It's higher than the 1-story roof line.
Oh, wow. I thought it was a little bit closer to the ground than that, but
No.
I guess about 15 feet then.
Yeah.
So, and then all of a sudden, all of us moving around, all that friction up there, boom.
Yeah, it came down.
All three of
Thankfully,
us.
because I'm the oldest, thankfully I was on the bottom of that pile.
If I was on the bottom, I probably wouldn't be here. Right
Wouldn't
now.
have made it.
Yeah, that was.
Because I know I look like big now, but I was a squirt until I was like
He was
10.
the
Like 3 years
scrawniest
ago.
little kid.
Yeah.
Like he was kind of hefty. Like he's thinned out a whole bunch, but he was a little bit hefty. But he was a squirt, like just a short little chub growing up.
He was
like
a Buddha baby for
he
the
was
first
a-
5
he was
years
a
of his
Buddha-
life.
Buddha
No,
baby.
until I was 10. And then when I was 11, I started to grow and then lose the belly.
Dude, you have the hugest glow up. I swear. One day we will show that how you have an amazing glow up. I swear.
Okay.
But
You're shaking your head.
I think so. But anyway, I mean, just all of that to say, we are all wild
And
child,
so it
wild
was,
children.
I was
It
never a
was
wild
this-
child.
TJ and then me on top. So Amber felt the wrath of TJ and I's like 50-pound bodies.
Yeah, because that's all we were at the time, I guess. So
That was 100 pounds of force though coming down on me.
more than that, but yeah,
Well, yeah, once you get the downward momentum force, I guess it was
Yeah.
a little bit more.
physics.
Yeah, we've had some pretty epic falls that contributed to my back. So
Oh,
It is
did
what
I
it
tell you
is.
guys about the crash I had yesterday? Right
What?
before I went to
Oh my
karate.
word, Ephraim.
I was going down Uncle Jonathan's hill, and
that really
Not-
steep
not-
one that just
no,
about made me
okay.
poop my pants while I was pregnant.
okay, no,
In
not
the
that
In
Hackney?
the
one.
woods.
No, okay,
Oh,
so
I
no.
about died.
I couldn't make it up that one because I've crashed so many times recently. I've gotten like to the point where I can't drive my thing properly. And
Good catch.
where was I? And I started accidentally doing a wheelie on it because my butt was so far back on my dirt bike. And then I pulled back and the bike landed on me. I successfully covered my crotch so I didn't cry, but I did land on my back. I flipped my bike over
Oh
me
my word.
and I couldn't get out of there because my engine was flooded. So I had to sit there for like 30 minutes waiting for my engine to
Yeah.
stop being flooded. And then that wasn't the only one. I went back up the other hill to get back on the main trail, and I started to go the way that we just built for the side by side.
Yeah.
And going down that hill, I started going too fast, and then I hit my brakes too fast.
Oh my
so-
Did you
word.
go over your handlebars?
Just wait. I hit my front wheel first, so that started sliding because I didn't realize how many pines were on the ground.
Oh my word.
And I tried to stop, but my foot hit the ground too fast. And so I went over, and I have a bruise on my hand. I cut this
I
hand.
see that.
I have bruises all over my shins and my knees, and my head slid across the ground. And I-
Oh my word,
I
Ephraim.
had to fix my hair before I went to karate. This was 15 minutes before I left for karate. It was
So that's why you were freaking out that last few minutes there. I was trying
Yeah.
to, you were trying to find all your stuff and getting around. You were like a little frantic when I got home. I was literally there about 2 minutes before we had to leave. And then,
because I couldn't find any of my stuff. I had a headache.
Oh my
no
word.
junk.
yeah. Well, maybe it is best that you're a stunt double.
I was gonna say, I guess you're really getting your hits in so you can learn how to control things better as a stunt double. Eh?
Megan's not very happy that I have cuts all over my knees.
Eh.
Well, yeah. Well,
I think that's the least of her worries if you're really gonna go and
Yeah,
start trying to
for
be a
real.
stunt double.
for real.
Yeah.
And at least I don't want to say that because that's mean, but we've
What?
all roasted each other minorly on this show. At least you won't be in front of the camera. Your body won't be close up to the camera when you're doing like one of those full body naked shots. For some random movie where there's a
What?
guy running through the street, like the main star is naked and he's running through the street, kind of trying to escape from.
What movies have you watched?
I don't know, but imagine some guy is trying to get away from people and he has to run
Why
through
would
the
you
street
need a
naked.
stunt double for that?
What? Because people,
he's good
because
at
actors
parkour.
actually use stunt doubles for their
Yeah.
naked shots almost all the
Well, at
time.
least my face won't be on it. Their CGI
That's
face will be
that's
on
what TJ
That's
just
what I'm
said.
saying.
At least it won't be a close up of your body. It'll just be,
it. I might
You
be a
running
bad
away butt
representation. I might be a bad representation of what an actor's naked body looks like.
I was gonna say, who do you look like that they would actually use you as a naked
'Cause
stunt
I
double?
have too many scars on my chest and my stomach for that to actually happen.
Well,
Well,
your
I don't think
backside,
they
I
would
don't think
use.
looks too
I
bad.
don't think most of the time they use your chest.
Yeah.
No, most of the time they don't have naked scenes that show the front of a male.
yeah,
generally
It's
it's
most
like
of the
butt.
time
I
their
would
butt.
say that I have a nice enough butt for that.
Okay then.
And I think Megan could agree.
Why would Megan have seen your butt right now?
Not naked.
It's a little
Not
bit
naked.
too early
Unless
for
you-
that.
Unless you've
Naked.
worn
This
tighty
is why
tighties.
this is why Ephraim likes the tight pants. Mom and
Yeah.
I had figured it out a little while ago finally because she was like, "Why does he always wear tight pants?"
Oh
Because
my
I look
word.
good in them.
Because his butt looks good, y'all.
Of course, of course.
I'm trying. You've been on TikTok. Have you seen those TikTok leggings?
The honeycomb ones?
Yeah, I want to get one.
Why?
Cause
They're
it-
for females.
I know, but it still makes guys' butts look good.
No,
No.
I want my butt to look good.
your butt
No.
looks fine as it is. You don't need any other things. going
Megan
on
would
with it.
agree. I don't think she wants
No,
you to wear
Megan
those.
agrees with me. She wants me to get them.
Megan, do not let him get
No.
leggings.
No, don't let him do it.
Tell him no.
Why?
Maybe only for y'all, but that's it. And when y'all are married, but that's it.
Ephraim,
Okay.
just start doing some squats if you want to get a nicer butt. You
For
know,
real.
look at the exercises for it.
Yep.
They've got plenty of like Kardashian style butt exercises that you can work
Honey,
on.
There's more plastic in a Kardashian than there
I
is in the
understand
ocean.
that. Truly, totally understand that. Trust me, I get that. However, there are people that can get it naturally too.
Okay.
Not to the same extent.
Not to the same
but
extent. No,
Close,
no,
close.
probably not even close. But they can get a nice little round tushy with exercises too. So you do
Okay.
you, boo. But don't get leggings. Come on now.
For real.
Whatever you say.
Okay. All right. Well, this is not the direction that this one was supposed to head in at all.
Yeah, we were supposed to talk about wireless internet to where you can get it from a satellite.
Yeah, Starlink.
Well, this was the Blondies. I'm Ephraim.
I'm Amber.
I'm TJ.
And
That's
we're your-
probably the best place to stop it.
We're your favorite siblings. I hope you guys have a great day.
Bye, guys.
Bye.